The scriptures give us many ways to imagine the birth of a Savior as we enter into this Christmas season. We have the prophets Isaiah and Jeremiah, Zechariah and Zephaniah from Hebrew scriptures, casting a vision and dream of a hope-filled world. In the Gospels of Luke and Matthew, we have the nativity stories, so familiar to us, so earthy and full of the unexpected, recounting the birth of Jesus some 2,000 years ago. The bursting forth, this entering in of God into our humanity, is indeed cause for wonder and awe. For me, the story of the Magi, those wise travelers from afar, coming to celebrate the birth of the Messiah, is one of the most memorable and poignant of the season. When we use Ignatian spirituality and contemplation to pray over and reflect on this story, to enter into it, there is so much that we can learn and apply on our own faith journey at this time of year. First, Ignatius tells us to be attentive and aware when seeking God. The Magi were certainly that. They were not passive. They were not simply hopeful about the coming of the Messiah. They studied the scriptures. They prayed. They read the signs of the times. They looked out on the horizon and saw the star. Like the Magi, we need to be awake, alert, attentive. Second, Ignatius invites us to seek and find God in all things and in all places. When the star appeared, the Magi did not hesitate to set out on an arduous and difficult journey to encounter the Christ child. Their travels did not bring them to a palace in a mighty and powerful city, where one might expect to find a newborn king. Rather, it brought them to a humble stable in a run-of-the-mill and out-of-the-way little town. God is often found in places we could not have imagined on our own. And third, Ignatius calls us to the realization that God's love is boundless and unconditional. God's love is not limited by our wounds or our brokenness. God's love is not constrained by the categories we impose upon ourselves and on others. The arrival of the Magi at the manger is called the Epiphany, which in Greek means the revealing or unveiling of God. It is a statement that salvation is for all the world, for all of creation. The God who created us, out of love and for love, brings a message of joy and hope, peace and love for all. There is much to pray over and ponder in the Christmas story. There is much to learn about our loving God who enters into the world, yes, even in our challenging moments and times. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. That is why we sing our Glorias and run to the top of the mountain to shout, "Rejoice, rejoice," on Christmas Day, which is in fact today and every day. At the Jesuit Retreat Center, we are indeed thankful to our God who comes among us. We are grateful for each one of you who is a part of our community and family. On behalf of all of us at JRC, the staff and the board, we wish you the blessings of Christmas, and may these blessings overflow into the new year.